Okay, now this song got a lot of people going up and down, cooks and everything, and this is Keka by Nez Long. This one features Chevy 187, and I should say good evening to you. Welcome to it. It is the Sunset Shakedown with your boy TeeJay Zambia, aka the Porter Kid son, and I did promise that I will have a surprise for you. I think that song was a hint. If you're on social media, you know what's happening right about now. Before he says hi, if you're catching us on the top side, it's channel 91. That's visual. You can be able to watch us happening in studio right now as I have my super spotlight guest in the building. If you are in Lusaka, it's 95.3, and if you are in Livingston, it's 91.7. Copper Belt on 88.5, Capri and Poshi 95.5, and Central Province on 95.1. I said yes, I have someone. I'm talking about. Let him introduce himself to you. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, TeeJay. Yo, I go by the name of Nez Long, aka Daddy Long, yeah, aka
AKA what?
Mr. Swaganama Cheeky.
Well, Nez Long is with us this evening, and he is our Sunset Spotlight. We get to talk more music and get to just know what he's been about. There's a question I want to ask him. There's some special question I'm going to ask, but I'm not going to say who. But first of all, thanks for being part of our Sunset Shakedown, and thanks for coming through and taking your time. And it's been so many times we've tried to do this interview.
Yeah,
but you've been busy, and I cannot blame you. You're a busy person.
Yeah, I've really been busy. Like, there's been a lot that I've been working on. Like, I feel like ever since I just got into the spotlight, this year has been like my busiest from the start. You know what I mean? Yeah. So apart from you, I would also like to apologize to a couple of other radio presenters and whatnot who have invited me for interviews, and you know, in as much as I always try to make it for each one of them, it's really been hard for me, like, of late, because I've had like music video shoots, I've been in the studio working on albums and stuff. Yeah, it's really been a bit hectic, and I hope my apology is accepted.
As accepted. No. From Sun FM, actually, we accept it, and
yeah.
we should say we're very humble that you actually took your time and come visit us.
Yeah, I just definitely had to come through today. You know, yeah, I was like, you know what, it's been long overdue. I just have to make it this time. You know.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you a lot. Let's get into it. Let's talk about XYZ, man. We've seen of late, you guys are you, Bobby, and Slap D are really making waves, and your competition among yourselves is just, it's something else. Now, what's up with XYZ? Like, as of late, I've only seen the three of you guys dropping hit after hit after hit.
Well, I must say, me, Slap, and Bobby also signed under Kalandania.
Okay.
Yeah, not that XYZ is dead or anything, no. It's still a business up and running, and it's like actually ventured into like a diverse part of the music business, besides just having like some artists under the record label. Yeah, and if I'm to shed a little bit more light about that, when it comes to XYZ, I've always been an affiliate. I've never been signed.
You actually not signed to XYZ?
Yeah, I've never been signed under XYZ, but I've been an affiliate who has basically benefited everything that a signed artist
can do. But
yeah.
Are you looking at signing
with XYZ?
If given an opportunity, like Nez, can you sign with XYZ and no longer be an affiliate, be a signed artist with them? Would you do it?
Right now, it's not possible because I'm signed under KMP.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But given an opportunity any day, like if XYZ puts those cards on the table and they tell me they want me to be signed under them, like, I mean, it would be easy for me to work with them because those are brothers of mine that I've worked with for almost like close to 10 years. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's only that. The only reason maybe I haven't really thought of signing. I've been affiliated to XYZ because of my record label, Blackout Media. Me and Mr. Stash have got a record label called Blackout Media, and we used to handle, well, even still, like, handle most of the audio production and whatnot.
Okay.
Everything produced by Stash. You know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, I've always been part of the family, like, whether affiliate or something.
Oh no, you're still part of the X. Talking about being part of the family, there's an issue that's been going on, and I wanted to hear it from you. And This involves a Copper swag artist from the Copper Belt. I'm talking about Y Celeb. There's an issue he went out on social media. He went out even on different media blogs where he spoke about your current hit, which is making waves and noise. Congratulations on that. It's input.
Thank you very much.
He's been saying that he's sent out accusations that you stole the song from him.
Oh, okay.
And no. It took you. I saw your response. It took you time to respond to him. He went at you. He went at Bobby. He went at the whole big three XYZ members of the affiliates. What is your take on that? I know you've responded to certain people, but I want to hear for myself and for all the listeners and viewers out there.
Yeah, I stole the song.
No, be serious.
I'm being serious. I stole the song from him. I stole the song and I invited him to the music video.
That is a very nice way of being cheeky and coming out of orbit. No, honestly, okay. If you steal something, you can take it back to the owner. You can let them see that you stole something.
Like I can take it back to them. Like I stole it and I actually blindfolded them and invited them for a music video, and we shot the music video. And the song is out and it's big now. It's now a stolen song, so yeah, I stole the song, bro. Okay,
okay. Do you ever get angry, first of all? Like, just away from you. Do you ever get angry?
Yeah, I do.
You don't look like a type of person, because you just taking everything like very so light and just chilled.
Because not everything deserves my anger. You know what I mean? You know, with everything that happens to me, I feel like there's no way anything can be thrown at me that is not meant for me to handle.
No.
You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of things that come my way that I probably react to badly. Yeah, I'm only human. You know what I mean? But things like this, nah, bruh. I'm bigger than that.
Yeah, I'm a big man. Truly speaking,
I'm bigger than that.
And just to look back, not long ago, you were invited at one a venue where both of you were actually meant to perform, and that you performed your song. He at some point walked off stage where you were performing and jumped into a crowd and tried to do his own thing. How did that? Like, how did it work with you? Did you just continue, or you just?
No, it was nowhere close to stage. Like, it was my set. Like, he never came close to the stage.
So it was all a propaganda said he walked off on stage.
Oh, so he walked off stage?
And I saw a video saying he was jumping on his own table with people there. So I was kind of saying like, well, he walked off stage on Nez Long. No, that's what media blogs put it up.
I had my boys on stage. I never had him on stage.
Okay, so he was just.
It wasn't yet his set.
So he was just performing elsewhere, like when it was his part of the song, he just started jumping up and down.
I don't even know what was happening. There was something like that.
Am I going to get a straight answer from you today?
Like I don't know. Like when I'm on stage, I'm focused on entertaining my people. You know what I mean? I don't know what's happening around me. Like it has to be something that involves my performance. You know, I'm in the crowd. I'll be on stage, looking at everybody, trying to engage and just interact with my audience. I won't be looking backstage because I know everybody who's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I won't be looking at what's happening back there. I'll be looking at my people. I'm there to perform for my people.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Okay, this beef between Y Celeb, the XYZ team has been just so mixed up on social media and in some tabloid pages and media pages. There's a story that came out that he was beaten up in Matero by XYZ fans. Please clarify that, because he went on to say there's no way they can touch me. I'm not trying to put anybody in trouble. I'm trying to get cops on anybody. And you can, if you don't answer it.
No, like, look, he was in Matero, right?
Yeah.
And he said nothing happened to him. And all that stuff was a lie. He was on the scene. I wasn't. I don't know whatever media houses have to say about it.
Yeah.
Like, media houses are going to say things to actually get more buzz to whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But either way, I do not know what happened there. I just saw it on some platforms as well, like, oh, this is what was happening. And I was like, oh, okay, none of my business.
It wasn't any of your business.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's going to be a long one. There's of late, we've seen artists, some artists, we've seen DJs going back and forth on social media, looking at, there's a statement that was released by an artist, and complaining of music not being played in clubs. Do you agree with that? Do you think DJs need to play more of Zambian music in clubs? Do you think club owners are hindering DJs from the growth of Zambian music?
Okay, I'll put it this way. I'll accept with what some artists have actually said, and I will disagree with part of it. You know what I mean? I heard they were talking about Amapiano being buzzed more
Than the Zambian music.
than the Zambian music. And well, I have read some disclaimers saying it's because of club owners that actually go and force any DJ to say, yo, play my music. I just had to create great music and promote it. You know what I mean? Put it out there. You know?
Yeah.
And if it comes to the part where some artists, some DJs, I won't lie, for some, it's a shame that you will ride on a wave that is not of your originality. You know what I mean?
So some DJs are jumping on board because of my piano. Everyone's playing on my piano.
Because Amapiano is like the biggest type of
sound right now.
Right now in Africa. Even Nigerians are jumping on Amapiano.
Yeah. I've seen the likes of Davido, the likes of
everybody.
Even Platinum Diamond as well.
Everybody. It's the biggest wave right now. So they're trying to ride off a wave. You know what I mean? But also an advice that I would give to such DJs is that for you to be strong and to be a person that people recognize, you need to be somebody who's different, who does something, who stands up for a cause that is of your origin.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah.
Well, hold that thought for now. We'll quickly go for a quick break. And don't forget, we do have Nez Long with us in studio. We're taking music, we're talking more. And I think I'll allow you, the listener, the viewer, to say what's up to him on the other side. We get into the news minute. And then we're going to continue with Daddy Long, Mr.
Yes,
Input,
yeah.
with us in studio. This is the Sunset Shakedown with your boy TeeJay Zambia, a.k.a. the Porter Kid's son.
Everyone is listening.
The Sun FM News Minute on Sun FM.
Says that there is need for people to understand the mismatch of information and alleged shortage of medicines in health facilities.
Everyone is listening. Everyone is listening.
The Sun FM News Minute on Sun FM.
The country. This is input by Nez Long. It features a Bobby East and as well as a Celeb D. I think I'll call him the triple threat XYZ. Yeah, and that's important. Do remember we do have a Nez Long with us in studio until the hour of 20 hours. We're just getting to talk music, talk life, and just to know what is next for Nez Long, like the man who's been making hit after hit. Before we go for our Nez, in the song Input, who would you think had a better verse among the three of you? I know it's a tight one. who would you think a better verse?
I don't want my brothers to disown me.
You keep it there.
I don't want my brothers to disown me, man. I don't want my brothers to disown me.
Okay. I'm not gonna put you in a corner. I said I'm not gonna put you in a corner. Okay, I get your point.
Yeah.
And now you're giving us, heat after heat, and honestly, what is your creative process like? How would you sit down and work on a song? What drives you? Because you put up Keka, you put up Van Damme, you put up Input, you put up every song you put out there has always found itself to be a number one banger in the country, in clubs and radio. What is your writing creative process like? What just makes you like say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna write about?
Well, the thing is, the songs that you've actually mentioned are like the biggest songs of my career.
Okay.
Yeah, if I must say. I've had great songs, which possibly like definitely did not make it to being like the biggest.
The biggest, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like national bangers. But I've had a bunch of great music that actually got out there, and well, it's good music. You know what I mean? But basically, what I look at is I study my audience. I study the Zambian ear. I feel like if I'm ever gonna export a song out of this country and it becomes great, it needs to be great here first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The same thing that we're talking about, Amapiano and whatnot, they bump that music in their country like no man's business.
Hence
you know?
it's becoming international.
It's becoming international. You know what I mean? So if I own my country, it's easy for me to penetrate any other market out there. It has to start from home. You know what I mean? So I always make sure I study the Zambian mind, the Zambian ear, what they love to hear, and then I incorporate it with my originality. Like, how do I put out a song that is gonna sound authentic? You know, Zambian authentic, and sound like I have to sound like me. Like, there's one thing that I always brag about in my career is that I came onto the scene without sounding like anybody.
You didn't follow through anybody's footsteps and
I followed footsteps,
but you didn't take that sound.
I didn't take anybody's sound. I did not take anybody's style. I came with my own, and I have always tried to make sure I build myself in such a way that I come out unique on every jam. When you hear my music, is the only time you can categorize it. So the only categorizing you can do to my music is the fact that it's Nez Long music.
It's not any type of music. It's called Nez Long music.
No. Like listen, when you categorize it,
Yeah.
the only common factor that you find is that it's a song done by names.
But Nez, yeah.
Not that it sounds the same as the previous one
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
other
yeah.
one or the other one. You have to. I always try to make sure I'm diverse with every song that I put out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't wanna sound like nobody. I don't wanna be nobody.
But now I'm talking about your hits and so on. Are we expecting any project from an album from you? You've given us bang after bang. Are you gonna take it just a look? Are you gonna do singles alone, or you gonna put out an album for your fans out there?
Yeah, definitely look out for an album this year. Like, this year, I'm
mid of the year or end of the year, because I know December, that's that time. The music you do, people like to dance to it a lot in club.
No. This time around, I can't confirm dates because we're still tabling that with the team and the record label. We need to strategize properly on how I'm going to put it out and whatnot. But you should look out for a whole lot of music this year from me, because I feel like this is actually the year where I'm gonna have like the most records out there than any other year. Like I'm gonna have an album out. I'm gonna have a bunch of collaborations and a bunch of singles out as well. You know, I'm not holding back to any projects.
Well, we don't have COVID, and
Yeah.
it's the time to actually go out there and do the utmost.
Yeah.
Now the past 2 years were very hard. We had COVID. I even remember the Cake Up video. Even the song time came out. We
Yeah.
had COVID. Even I even restricted you in terms of shooting a video because of the issue of COVID at that time.
True.
Do you think now that things are much better? After the past 2 years, do you think things are now much better for the Zambian industry? Are we seeing more numbers? Are we going to experience more numbers for more artists and so forth?
Well, actually, COVID was an advantage and a disadvantage. After COVID came is when we actually saw millions of views on YouTube.
Okay. So it had an advantage and a
Yeah.
disadvantage.
But the only thing is that it couldn't really be money at the time, because we would go for events and we would do gigs and we would make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the millions are coming around because people couldn't go out and they could only entertain on their phones and whatnot. And also shout out to all the networks in Zambia for making bundles so cheap that people can actually just stream all the time. Unlike back then, when somebody sees a YouTube link, they think, oh my God.
Bundles,
Yeah, you know what I mean? But now, I have to shout out to all of them for doing their thing and making it easy for every Zambian to be able to actually stream music. We are getting to an era where streaming now is becoming an in thing here.
Yeah.
We're having huge numbers, amazing numbers, and shout out to all the Zambian people as well for the support. You know what I mean? They always find a way to just show support to their artists by actually, we've seen the number of millions of views that we've seen.
Yeah.
From,
But it's surprising. Almost a lot of artists are hitting millions. Are hitting up above than that.
yeah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's development in the business. The more streams we have, eventually will be considered to, will be put in a, eventually will be our region will be monetized, and we'll be making money off these streams. You know what I mean? Right now, it's just unfortunate that Zambia is in a region where, like, you can't monetize most of these things.
Yeah.
You know?
If you go on even YouTube or other, they'll tell you you're not supported in your region.
Yeah. So like we're now at a position where our music has been so influential amongst our people that we will get to a point where even all these platforms will have no option but to monetize our region, because we're doing amazing numbers. While on the other hand, COVID also has, I personally, I'll speak for myself. When COVID hit, I had the biggest song in the country, which was Keka. I was supposed to do a country tour for an EP I dropped at the time. I couldn't do that. But I had to get back to the drawing board and re-strategize on what I was going to do with my music in my career. You know what I mean? I started approaching corporates and pitching up.
Approaching music in a different aspect. To give you time to sit down and look at the broader aspect.
Yeah, like just from thinking I was going to make money off stage, I started thinking about corporates and whatnot and whatnot. And I mean, I must say 2020 was like the year where like I made the most money in my career, if I have to be honest. It's a year that we had COVID, but I actually got my first big bag in 2020.
The first bag came through.
Yeah, the first big.
No, not bag, but the first big one.
Yeah, the first big bag in 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that opened a lot of doors. Like coming 2022, it's easy to actually walk into offices and pitch up ideas and know how to talk to these people and actually, you know, find other ways of making money besides being on stage. Because I'll tell you, honestly speaking, we do too much as artists that we never make the money that we need to be making when we have a show or a concert or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like we should also be diverse enough, engage a very smart managing team to make sure they take your music to the right people, and you start making like some guap away from just
being on stage.
having to be on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You will only make good money when you are worth good money.
Yeah.
And that will not come from the payment that you get off stage right now in Zambia.
Yeah.
We need to work with corporates, and once again, I would like to shout out to all the corporates who are showing so much love and supporting the music industry. There's quite a lot that are putting in money. Yeah, once in a while, some of them want to rip us off and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you know, now we're at a place where we are like at an amicable position where we all know that okay, this guy has invested so much into his career. We cannot pay him peanuts.
Yeah.
Let's give him so much money. And yeah, like, we're surviving.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, if you're catching us, we are still on the Sunset Shakedown with Daddy Long. Yeah, you can give us a call if you want to say hi. If you have a question you want to ask him, then you're going to get a couple of calls, and we continue with the interview until the hour of 20 hours. The numbers are 0955855593. Those are the lines that are getting you through to us this evening as we chill with Nez Long, Daddy Long. Those are the lines at 0955855593. I don't mind. Good evening. You through the Sunset Shakedown. Oh, I'm doing great. Who am I speaking to and where are you calling us from? Yes, John. Yes, I can go ahead. We do have Nez Long with us in the studio.
What's up? What it do? Come again? Yeah. I definitely had to, and ish. Yeah. One. Mwavoleta pakudala. Yeah, you know. At all.
They're killing you with the online. They're killing you with the online.
Thanks, my brother. Thanks. I really appreciate the love.
I love your creativity. I love the best that you got.
Thanks. Thank you. I'm humbled.
There's no you can put in your shoes when you put it up with the you come into the game with the band.
Yeah.
If you answer,
Thank you.
of course you can match to the body as well.
Nikuina chabe huko. Thank you very much. I'm really humbled. I'm so humbled. Means a lot. Thank you very much.
You can continue listening to Sun FM TV in from Livingston. You can also be part of the conversation by dialing the numbers 0955-855-953. And yeah, I can say to Nezo, can you ask him a question before I let him go? I know I've already taken too long of his time, but I was too interacting. Good evening, you through to Sun FM TV. Hello. Hello, you through to Sun FM?
Yeah, you come.
Mkama na bandani?
Atubanje bamdala. Bandani? Wa Chris kuchilenje.
Yeah.
Kuside kuma chilenje wa Chris.
I will keep moving.
Yeah, nice one. Mushtika bwanje malero. Chaiwa zona wa Chris. Yes sir, yes.
Mwatitamba. Score my big. Okay, that was a Chris from Chilenje. Be part of the conversation. So 955-855-953. Evening, you through Sun FM TV. Hello. Hi, how are you? With man, who is speaking to and where you calling us from, my G?
Come on from your pick up the team where I come from.
Hey, what's up, guys? Man, you good, man? You guys, how's Livingston, man? How's Livingston? Oh yeah, man. I tell you, man, we push him, man. Every day is one step at a time. We got big Nez in the house, man.
I see you, man. I'm looking at you right now.
Shout out for watching on Top 91.
Yeah, of course, I'm on Top man. Shout out for Big Attack.
What's good, my brother? What's good? What's happening in Elstone? No, I'll definitely be seeing you guys soon. I'm doing a country tour this year, so definitely Elstone is like a town that has always shown me like massive love, and definitely I want to bring something big that side, like, you know, let's fill up like a stadium if possible, like an arena that side, you know. Let's do some things. Yeah,
nice
yeah.
one, nice.
Nice one, nice but nice.
Man, I'm a...
Yeah.
Okay, so complicated. We talk about a lot of issues, man. I'm forgetting what.
Okay, all right, cool. Thanks very much, my brother. Really appreciate.
Okay, that's what we'll take 2 more calls and we get our sub questions I have to ask Daddy Long. I've kept that nice one for the later time. The numbers are 0955-855-953. Good evening, you through the Sun FM TV. Hey, how's it? Tribu number shadni. Atlanta number 9 and where you calling us from? No problem, but Daddy Long mobile mu studio. Atresha kwa chibemba.
At shine which pond. Raga. Ah, strong, nice one. Amerika shani makundoloko. So far so good. Ah, nishintu vile vya wina. Yeah, kozako. So far so good. Yeah, nyako sako hiyo. Notapata battery vya wewe. Sana. Ayo mleshika imo. Chezona mukonga nyepo zona kula support zona kwa bula imo takulifi. Chichi nkazona Sancho mpwai.
Anyway, thank you, Bob, big man. Okay, well, let's get back to the to our interview. We think we'll take one more call before we close, but I want to ask you this question first. Currently in the country, who do you think is the biggest artist
In the country?
Yeah.
Depends. In what sense are they big?
Okay, musically, who do you think is the biggest artist musically?
Musically, right now, undisputed. This guy is doing amazing, and shout out. I'm really, I'm honored to have been like part of his growth in the business. Yeah, because I've spent a lot of time with him in the studio. Like, we've worked on a lot of things together. And shout out to your Max.
Wow. I was thinking you're gonna take it to XYZ. I was probably be like, boy, because I know you guys are close. When it's close, I'm like, okay. How about you?
Your Max is doing amazing right now. He's doing amazing. He's doing the biggest numbers. He's doing the most right now. I won't lie. And not to take away from the fact that me and my boys are doing big as well. Excuse me. But, you know, give respect where it's due.
Yeah.
That's one thing I believe in. What has brought me to where I am right now is the fact that I always, wherever respect is due, I'll take it there. Regardless of, like, he came after me.
Yeah.
But at the rate that he's moving big ups to Yo Maps, man. He's doing the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to find an artist, especially a rapper, to, like, you know, like really congratulate someone or just say that the person is doing good. Rappers, I know, are full of egos.
That's what makes me unique.
That's what makes you unique.
I take pride in accepting things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was in denial of everything around me, you know what I mean? Like, you'll be living in a nutshell thinking because you're surrounded by people that praise you and trying to make you feel some type of way, and then you feel like, no. Sometimes you need to break out of that, study your environment, know who's doing what and who's doing what, you know what I mean? And then, I blew up of collaborating with artists.
Yeah.
So I also take time to study my environment, so to know what type of element I need to bring to my song to give it a little bit of a boost, or just like the right content that it requires to be a great song. You know what I mean? So it's only right that you also recognize people around you. I feel like I've grown off that. I'm where I am because I appreciate people that are around me. You know what I mean? And congratulations to your Maps. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother.
That's awesome, man. Now let's take it away from music. I've got like 3 questions from away from music. We've spoken music. We know you planning on dropping an album this year. Yeah, we've spoken quite a lot. Now let's take it away from music. I like this one. What thing about you is what fact is not on social media or on the internet that no one knows? Like, not no one, but it's not on internet. What would that one thing about you that you'd share, that fact? Do you go to church every day? No, that one fact. I'm not gonna go to it.
Well, pretty much. I don't feel like there's anything that that is not on social media about me. I live an open life.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Brought me to this question. There's this rumor. Okay. You've been seen a lot, mostly touring with the Vows, and there's been this rumor that somewhere in that circle, you are in a relationship with them, with one of them.
That's a lie.
No, serious.
Yeah, because I'll tell you this. The thing is, we have this crazy culture of thinking every time people are working together, then there's something going on or some sort. You know, like all of them are like my sisters. You know what I mean? I work with them from time to time. I've done a lot of projects. Actually, one of them features on my forthcoming album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Those guys are amazing. They're amazing artists, and we teamed up to work on a project once upon a time. And instead of just working on one, we worked on a couple of them and picked one that actually made airwaves, which was in J.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But any form of association, what do you just tired or art?
Voila. But okay. Are you last question? Last personal question. Okay. If you had to date, right, would you expose your girlfriend to the world, to social media? And if you are in a relationship, have you done that before? Have you done it?
No, I haven't. But I mean, why wouldn't I expose her? Because if she becomes a part of me, what is me being out there without her being known for being a part of me?
So, meaning women can hit you in your inbox?
Huh?
Women can now hit you in your inbox?
They can start.
Somebody's about to get killed somewhere, but I'm not going to say too much. It is 58 minutes. Go past the hour of 19. What a good love. We get into the headlines at 20 hours. On the other side, we do have a Z training where we look at stories that are making headlines across our nation. Kadiongo, before the headlines. Any freestyle?
I really don't freestyle because my style ain't free.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough. Man, Nez, thanks a lot, man, for coming through. Any last words before? Now I have to let you go, man. It's been an awesome 1 hour full of laughter.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody out there who's tuned in, and shout out to everybody out there on my social media platforms showing love and supporting me. And shout out to everybody out there who's just been showing love and been supporting the movement from way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have been quite on a mute for the past 6 months since I actually put out Input. Do you know that Input was put out 6 months ago?
I'm surprised. You're telling me now. I'm just getting to think about it. I'm like, okay, the song's been playing so much. It sounds so current.
Yeah, so it sounds so current, and we're almost about to hit like 1 million views. Like we're about
it's awesome.
100K away from that. And I want to say thank you to everybody that has been showing love. Yeah, it has come with so much drama, but I mean, what's the business without a little bit of play circle, you know?
Yeah, man. No.
So I must thank everybody for showing massive support and love. I've got an album for everybody out there coming through, and I have a very, very serious announcement to make soon. Dates will be announced soon. This is gonna shock the world, shock the country. Yeah, this is gonna be something big. You know, you asked for it, we're gonna give it to you. So y'all better look out for something big that I'm bringing out for y'all. Yeah, and shout out to TeeJay for having.
Oh, you know, man, you know.
Thank you very much for having me. Like,
No,
I
thanks
think
for
this is my first interview this year, if you must know.
Oh, I'm honored. Yeah, 2022 winner.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So this is my first interview, but I'm gonna be going on a whole lot of them for the rest of the year because we're trying to push the album. We're trying to let the people know what we're working on. People need to understand what we're doing and why some of these things are happening the way they are happening. And you know, we need to get engaged with our following and whatnot. And I would advise you to follow me on social media at Nez Long, everywhere at Nez Long. I'm not so hard to miss. You just see like a very big head on every profile pic.
Man, I gotta let you go. Thanks a lot for being part of the show. And we get into the headlines. On the other side, we continue the Sunset Shakedown. So it has been an awesome one having Nez Long, Daddy Long, here with us in studios. This is the Sunset Shakedown. Good evening.